Hey, what the hell? And of course he disappears. What? Oh, there he is. He's still in the green room. Hey, everybody! It's
Check 1 2. Check
Tuesday.
1 2. Oh, you can hear me. Good.
It's Tuesday. It's from the barracks. I'm Joker Players Wanted. With me is the man with all the toys, Mr. Gabe Schuster
How's it going?
from MK Airsoft. Not one, not two, not three, but four airsoft fields. All
You
and
would think he'd have something in the background saying MK Airsoft on his background there.
you shut up.
I
He
should have
at
planned
least
it a little
at
better.
least he was on time. Okay.
I was on
below me,
time. Are we not live right now and I'm here? You didn't have to
oh,
wait for me to get yep. Yeah, I don't want
there's the solution, so we can keep going with the introductions. Down below me, it's Justin. He'll give you some shiny new bracelets, really piss him off. Beowulf West, and down below, it's not a party till he comes out. Wiener from New Breed Airsoft. So,
I just want to point out Wiener's eating a wiener.
Hey, he noticed it. See? Hot dogs.
So what we're going to be doing tonight is
Some
we're definitely going
top
to be going
observation
over
skills.
and talking quite a bit about Gabe's newest field, the second largest airsoft field in the United States, which is MK Airsoft in Clarksburg. So thank you very much for coming on tonight. How you doing
Hey.
today, Gabe?
I'm good. Good. Yeah, I'm glad you finally got to come and check it out. That's a hell of
It
a
was
drive for
fun.
you, I'm sure.
The funny thing was, it was the return trip is where I made the stop, and I wish I would have gotten out faster, so I could have enjoyed more of the field, because I got to play three games, only two
Three
got
games.
on camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
the second.
What's up, Top?
Let me see.
Hey, Top. Did you freeze or did I just freeze?
I'm
Somebody
sorry,
just froze.
That was you.
Okay.
You froze.
My wieners are must
There
have
we
made
go.
it happen.
So before we go into talking about your field, Gabe, we're going to talk about some upcoming stuff that's happening this very weekend. In fact, this weekend we have My Game Productions is hosting Wasteland 16.5 in Wayne's World of Paintball in Ocala, Florida.
Yep.
It's a Fallout themed game. It's Saturday only. I believe the tickets are only like $55. It's one of the more affordable games that you could play this year. Really have a lot of fun, really in-depth storytelling and everything else that happens by the players. So if you like a Fallout themed with a lot of immersion, check out Wasteland 16.5. It'll be this Saturday. Like I said, Wayne's World of Paintball, Ocala, Florida. Also at the same time is Doomsday Paintball and Airsoft is having their 2-year anniversary in Athens, Alabama, their event. I am probably going to that one this weekend. Wiener is going to Wasteland 16.5. So,
And I've got to work.
you
Yes,
always
you
have to
do.
work during all the fun shit. So supposedly, and I say that because we had Eric from Doomsday on here
Last weekend.
last weekend.
Emma, you're
And
going to need to be more specific.
yeah, which one of us?
You're talking about that one in the comments. Yes, absolutely.
So
Both of them. You got two dorks online.
King Dork.
that's funny because there's
Yeah.
two dorks right down below too.
And one douchebag up on my left.
Don't talk to Gabe about that, man. We finally get him on the stream.
There you
Gabe
go.
start talking trash.
No, James is being quiet. I mean, he's got things to think about. He's got a kid on the way. He's married
Yeah.
now, so it's all that crap going on.
Did you wait? You finally got married?
No, we're not married.
Oh, I
yet.
thought you
Yeah.
got married.
No.
She just calls
Um,
everybody.
Yeah.
Her husband.
You guys.
You're
You're,
not-
you're just doing it backwards. That's okay. I did the same thing.
Get the milk for free.
Have a kid and then get married. It's easier.
All right. So I'm going to probably go to Doomsday Paintball and Airsoft and check out their event. It's going to be a hell of a drive, but that field looks amazing.
I've not been there in
Gabe, do you have anything going on at any one of your fields this weekend?
Next weekend we have a lock-in at Medina. That's from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Saturday the 26th. So we have tickets up for that. They're 65.
So his lock-ins are pretty good, and Medina is your second largest field, right? That you have.
It's like somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
Okay, somewhere in the middle.
It's hard
I
to
mean,
keep track of them all.
you got 4 different fields.
It's the third. No, it's the third largest. Yeah. 'cause
Me and Wiener can't
hard
do
to-
lock-ins because we'll probably be asleep by 10 o'clock.
Especially Wiener. It's like, where's Wiener at? Wait, everybody, quiet. Listen for the snoring. He's over there.
Not snoring. I'm telling you, it's the Jurassic Park pterodactyl falling out of the sky.
That sounds a hell of a lot more like like a freight train coming down through the facility. So
You snore too, so shut up there.
yeah, not as bad as you. Not as
Oh
bad
yes,
as
you do. Oh yeah, you have your own sound machine to kind of blend it out of you. Doesn't blend it out of my ears.
You guys share a room for events? Probably both. of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
yes. There's times that
I'm
we
not
share
sharing a
room.
room with either one of you guys. Nope.
No.
No, I'm in it. Like I just snore. Wiener is.
Dies. I am going for a sleep study on the 20th this month.
You don't need a sleep study. You need to go do some of
No,
that, regression stuff to tap back into your primeval.
All right, we're going to pull
stuff.
this back in, and we're going to get back on track here because we only got about an hour, guys. We are going to be Wiener. Your event is the first weekend of May.
May 2nd and 3rd, Operation Future Wars,
There you
Chapter
go.
1. It's coming along. It's going to be awesome.
And where is that located at?
That is going to be located at Extreme Outdoor Battlefield Orlando. Look, I said that quick.
You haven't seen
job.
it
It's
quick.
like he's been practicing it since
I know,
January.
right?
I'm standing in front of a mirror so I can say it.
He says
While
it
he
like
was
over
Winnie
and
the
over and
Poohing
over
it.
again. So for all that
like
like
a picture of that.
a different level of airsoft event, New Breed Airsoft does bring some really unique stuff to their events. This one is going to be using instead of having vehicles out on the field, they're going to be using power armor instead.
Yep.
So
Mech
that's going to be a
warriors.
hell of a lot of fun. The rule set's up for that. It's going to be really nice, really
NewBreedersOff.com.
engaging. Yeah.
Rule set for that. Go to there. You can get your tickets there too. NewBreedersOff.com. Put it
Where?
up.
And
Where's
thank
this
you,
at?
Christian, for
NewBreedersOff.com.
doing all he's doing right now.
Look at that,
And-
Kristen, Emma.
and Emma. On the
Emma, look,
on
see.
point, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Joker, are you going to that Third Coast in September? That 12-hour?
Probably not, because I'll be running a
No?
haunted house or doing setup for a haunted house. And the
I like
problem
the
that
idea
comes-
of a 12-hour game. That seems pretty cool.
Sal definitely, when he was talking about it and going through the conversation with it, it was actually really in depth of how they were explaining how that next event would go, and
Where's
it
it at?
sounds absolutely fantastic. It's back at GTI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate the 3-hour and then take a break, and then 3-hour and then take a break. I'm like, I'd rather play for 10 hours and then be done.
So the next thing that we have in May is going to be Emma. We're still in May. Calm down, slow down. Right?
And we're trying to
Yeah,
figure
her-
that out. The scheduling.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing
We're
right
doing
after
the seagull
this call.
thing. Her and Christian. Mike, Evite.
So May 30th through June 1, we're gonna have Syndicate 5. That's gonna be back at Mid Orange Correctional. And let me guess, you're working.
Oh, yeah, you already know that one. You already know. Yep. I'm
so
back to
that
being a
would-
lowly patrol guy.
So that's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna go there, have a blast. We actually have an idea for the Saturday night game or Friday night game, which is gonna be a game of Manhunt. I would put the rules up for that. It's gonna be real simple.
Yeah, excuse me, Green CO. Did you get a hold of Whiskey?
I have not gotten a hold of Whiskey yet. I've been trying to reach out to Whiskey to get Whiskey to do it. Which leads to the following weekend is Airsoft Palooza. I believe it's June 7th. I'm just pulling it up real quick.
Fuck.
Where's that at?
That is going to be
Houston,
at
Texas.
Oh,
yeah,
Texas.
Houston, Texas.
At E-Bike Outpost.
At the E-Bike Outpost store. It's in 52 days. So June 7th, June 7th, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wiener and I'll be heading out to that one. Gabe, you should come. Just June 7th.
Yeah.
Wait.
My baby's due June 15th.
Yeah, I was about to say, but you can't because of the baby.
Or else I probably would. I probably would make it down there.
At least send somebody to that because especially for next year, you got to be there because even though you are far distance away from Texas, people travel all over for Airsoft Palooza. It's a really fun event. I'll be reaching out to them to confirm that we're going to be streaming live again, which I don't see why we shouldn't be. And then we're going to be getting our team together who's going to go with us to Palooza this year and have a blast. So
I believe you already have 2 volunteers.
Yeah, I know Christian and Emma want to go because that.
Oh yeah,
last
they
year-
100% want to go.
Yeah, that last year was.
I mean, it was very
incredible amount
subtle
of
in
fun.
their bringing it up.
E-bike
E-
in June. E-bike in
it-
June. E-bike.
It
E-bike.
was
E-bike.
it was easy to miss.
So we are going to go to that one, and then at the end of June is Bad Blood 2025. Which Gabe, you remember Bad Blood, don't you?
Yeah. It was a decent game. I didn't hate it. I just
It
don't
was-
like if they change the medic rules so you can medic. I think it'd be amazing. That's the only complaint I had. I hate walking back to respawn every time you die.
Well, you don't have to walk back to respawn. You just had to walk back to the noodle. But it was really funny. All of a sudden, I see Gabe and his guys going through the bowl of the valley, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And they go, "We're flanking," and I was like, "Have fun with that."
Yeah, that's
That
rough valley.
was a rough valley.
We definitely
That
had a
one
crappy spawn that time. We had to go like down and then back up just to like get to where all the action was.
Well, I don't think you guys use the pool noodles a lot because you could always.
I never
medic.
even saw one. Not an art anyway. I saw them for you guys.
Oh yeah, because we moved as one massive. What we called it the brown tide, right? The Marxists just marched us across the field. It was a hell of a lot of
I
fun.
had that this weekend. I got over it though.
Ate too much rich food at in Orlando, huh?
Yeah. A lot of seafood. It was a brown tide, but it smelled like a low tide. But I got over it.
So I love Bad Blood. It's a charity event for type 1 diabetes. In addition to that, it's only like a $60 ticket, and there's upwards of 22 different replicas that get raffled off for that. It's actually it's a lot for a $60 ticket. It was a lot of fun last time, so highly recommend if anybody's up in that area. It's going to be at Evike, not Evike. It's going to be at EMR event, EMR event park in New Milford, Pennsylvania. It's a really great. That place is also really nice with the way they do everything. So it's fantastic. So with that being said, there's the calendar up to this point. Sometime Wiener and I have to schedule when we're going to Denmark, so we can be international airsofters. But with that being said, we're going to bring the big man. We're going to start talking to Gabe here about his four airsoft arenas. So,
the first step in knowing that hoarding is a problem is just admitting it.
Look, this is one of the times where I say hoarding is not a problem.
Fair
I will
enough.
say, Joker, did you see the photos of Simple Airsoft? There's not a lot of photos, but they just opened like 2 weeks ago in Florida. Fort Lauderdale. It's a new Evike indoor.
Yeah, it's not that far from me.
Did you see any photos?
I have not looked at. I looked at photos a couple of weeks ago, and I said that looks small, and then I turned away because, I don't have any love for Simple Airsoft for the stuff that they've done. Congrats on to them for having an Evike Outpost store. I don't think I just haven't seen any of it, so I can't really speak on it. But it does look like the pictures I saw. It looked small.
I was like, dude, they must be broke. I saw 5 massive pieces of cover. They were made out of cardboard and saran wrap. I was like, dude, cardboard? It's a brand new airsoft field in 2025, and you're using cardboard as cover. Come on, go get some pallets or something. Yeah, I'll pull up the picture. Or it's on Google. Just Google their field. It's like the 3rd photo in. It looks like the actual boxes that all the guns come in, and they saran wrap the boxes and they used them as cover. And I'm like, did they like run out of money? They must have ran out of money. That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay,
Cardboard for cover. It's weird.
Little redneck ingenuity there.
Yeah, it's not going to last very long. I can tell you, I can play a lot indoor.
Just a smidge, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Send me the image. Let me see because
I think I screenshotted it because I thought it was so funny. Yeah, I have it. I'm going to send it to you right now.
I typically don't want to like go after Simple. I'll just let them either,
Are they a
win or lose.
conglomerate? Like, are they I don't know anything about
They're
them.
really look. I don't want to turn this into. I mean, I want to talk the positives about your field.
No, I'm just curious. I don't know who
Yeah.
they are. Do they have more
They're
than
just
one
they were
field?
just a small shop here in
Oh, they were a shop.
South Florida, and they finally got their Okay. Yep, I see what you're talking about.
It's legit cardboard wrapped in saran wrap. That's their cover, and it's a good amount of it too. It's like I don't know. It's just
It
weird.
doesn't look. I mean, all right, this looks bigger than what I saw before, but it doesn't look super huge. I mean, ultimately, there's a day where I have to go there and I have to check it out just so I can see firsthand how the
Yeah.
field is.
Right.
And more than likely, I'll be told just leave the place is what I'm expecting. But
don't like
it's
you?
what it is. No, they do not.
Oh.
I mean, I've been pretty vocal about some of the stuff that they've done with their business practices and all that,
Mhm.
with the stuff that they did. But I mean, it is an e-bike outpost store.
What does that even mean? That like they're a temporary investor and then they pull out? I don't understand. Or they just help them
So
start.
I don't know the full details, right? But e-bike outposts, I mean, it really does support the field there. I'll give them that much credit. The amount of money that they push through, because it's now they can ship everything to e-bike, the e-bike outpost store, and then have their stuff locally shipped from there. So it's easier to move larger pallets with the stuff with inside the United States, and then just have it be piecemeal out. So like it's better than shipping from California all the way to Maine, for example.
One at a time kind of thing.
Oh, faster.
Yeah. So to be faster and cheaper. So, and on top of that, now you have a fully stocked store that you don't have to worry about inventory on, is what I imagine. I don't know the full details of it. But like I said, I have to check it out. Good on them for getting an e-bike deal, right?
I imagine they had to jump through some type of hoops to get that.
I don't know what the terms are for it. Like I said, I'm not here. Like there's a reason why you guys don't see. Typically, we don't like to bash other fields unless something pops up, right? Unless something major happens and we have to do it. Oh, Gabe, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the term chill sim before?
No. That's a new one.
Okay. Damn it, Gabe.
Stop stirring the pot.
Wait, did I still have Wiener muted? I don't. We can't hear you. Put your mic.
Hey, there we go.
You muted yourself.
Yes, I did, because I had to let my dog in because she was barking outside. But no, there is a cool patch coming out that Tiny's done up. It's gonna be awesome. So, but I have one of the original ones from a company called I believe it's an airsoft company called Chill Sim Airsoft. That from back, they were back before all this crap went down. But that's okay. So if I had it on my hat last week, and now my hat's in the Chill Sim must be inside the house.
So
but it was cool. I have a
so
picture of it. I can send to you.
Let's talk about fields there, Gabe. So you started with Medina.
Yeah.
And then you went to Middleburg, right?
Middletown. Yep.
Middletown, sorry, Middleburg, Clarksburg, whatever. Then
There's
you
a
went to
Middleburg
Willard,
but that's not where I have a field.
Then you went to Medina, and now you're in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Now I've played at 3 of your 4 fields, and when I say that Clarksburg blew me away. So first and foremost, how many square feet is the field?
So if you the actual building itself is 72,000. It's a standalone building, so there's nothing else.
Wow.
Like it's just the building. But the actual field's probably 69,000, because I think the staging area is 3,000 square feet. So 69.5 or something.
Dang.
So really, really big.
That's insane.
The funny thing too is when you go to his field, you pass right by, like on the same road before you turn in, the National Guard Armory for West Virginia.
Yeah. So the Armory must have been there forever, because it's called Armory Road. So I'm assuming like they put the
built that
Armory
first.
there, and then they built the road, and they're like, yeah, let's call it Armory Road.
We need an easy name.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is like, all right, yeah, it's gonna be Big Gabe, but is it gonna be Willard Big? And he goes, it's big. And Willard, Willard is by far one of my most favorite fields to play on, because how you have it spaced out and everything else.
Yeah.
There's very few spots where who sent me what? Did you just send
I
me
sent you
something?
something. I
Okay.
sent you a picture.
So you've got the biggest indoor field right now.
Second.
Second biggest. Who has the
In the
biggest?
country. E-Vike in Game Pod. I think in
Aimbot.
California. it was
Aimbot.
100
California. Yeah.
Yeah, California.
Who's got the number
129.
3 spot?
That I don't know. I think it might be
I
me.
think
Because if
it
you hold
could
2 of
be.
the 3 spots, I mean, that's about as well
I
be
mean,
number 1.
check Battalion. Battalion is huge. I think they got like a 50,000
No, I
square
think,
foot arena.
yeah, Battalion might be bigger. Yeah.
They have like a 50,000 square foot arena. But the funny thing is,
40.
it's
We're
like
gonna need
you
you
have
to
this.
attach a couple of buildings to whatever your next biggest one is, so that way you hold the top, second, and third.
Take all the spot. Well, so the funny thing is, I actually have the largest indoor airsoft field in Ohio, and now I have the largest in West Virginia. So 2 states, I have the largest field.
Oh yeah.
So
And then the second largest overall. I mean,
and the
that's
second largest overall.
so you and I talk a lot on the phone, and we talk about like the whole trials and tribulations. I remember. Let's talk a little bit about the fact of trying to open Willard compared to Clarksburg.
Yeah, Willard took an actual year. So, and I'm sure, is it Greg? Is the one opening
Greg,
the one?
yeah, Greg,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure Greg can tell you all the different kinds of problems. But I think what's really interesting is just the city controls everything, and you won't know unless you've built something in that exact city before how easy or how hard it's going to be. So Clarksburg, we had one inspection, and they passed us, and it was like an hour and 45 minutes, and I was blown away. So they marked us off for nothing, like literally nothing. Not even like an outlet cover missing. And I was like,
Good enough.
they're super chill there. I like this place, which is good because we bought that building. So that's the first building we actually physically own. So we're locked in West Virginia for a while. Willard, we had probably 7 different inspections, and each inspector marked us off for 10 different things than the previous inspector. And it was rough. It was
I
really,
remember.
really difficult.
Like there was one day that the inspector left, and you just had to blow off steam. So all of a sudden, you get a phone call from an angry Gabe, which is funny to hear an angry Gabe, and he's like, "F this guy." He goes, I don't think I'm ever gonna open. I was like, "You'll open, man. It'll be fine." And you have to give him reassurances and all that. But now, what did you take from your building at Willard when you opened Clarksburg?
What do you mean? What did I take?
Like what sort of mentality or aspect when you did? Because you all don't understand. Hold on, let me show the picture. Well, y'all, I don't think you all understand the amount of size that it is. I went up on top of that when I went on the catwalk. When I got there, I was like, I think the words out of my mouth were "Holy shit," because it's just massive. But
yeah, we rarely. You probably might bring this up, but we almost never actually play on the whole map. It's so big that even at 80 people, we still only use 2 maps.
Oh, wow.
So it's just that big. You just don't need the whole 70,000 for even 80 people.
It feels like there's 4 different Miami Airsoft fields on that location. I mean, I wish I was like even joking about it, but I'm not. You
didn't even play in the lower section, I don't think at all, because you didn't play any games down there. Like the space land. Did you play down there or no?
Not on purpose.
Oh, you weren't supposed to be down there?
Well, look, I went running out, and I was like, I'm just gonna flank behind him. So I went all the way around, and all of a sudden they go, "Where'd you come from? That's out of bounds." I was like, how could I tell where it was out of bounds for? It's the first time on the field. Like,
that's funny.
You sort of like here. I'm gonna share the screen real quick, but this sort of entire screen. Oh, wrong screen. There we go.
By the way, for Battalion Airsoft is only 40,000 square feet indoor or field. They have a 6,700 square foot arena.
So
wait, 6,700?
He has a 6,700 player waiting area, 6,700 square foot player waiting area, but a 40,000 square foot indoor field.
But he's got another 5,000 to 7,000 square foot shop and.
Yeah, that's 6,700 square feet, but it's also, but the total square footage of the building is only 48,000. So
yeah, but Willard's 40. So yeah, he's got the second for sure, or third.
This image right here doesn't even give you the full experience of this.
Yeah, you can't even see to the left. There's like a whole bunch.
There you go. Yeah. This is the backside of the field, right?
Yeah, yep.
You can see it on the Clarksburg page. The amount of stuff that you all have is absolute. I mean, you have 3 different buses on the inside that you use as props, and they're not small short buses either. They're full on long buses. You have one massive castle in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, it's our focal point.
How much lumber did you buy?
I think it was like 150,000 in lumber. It was right around there. We definitely went way over budget. I think if anybody listens to my podcast, I talk about it like in depth, but
It looks good though.
Yeah. So what we didn't anticipate, Willard, we probably built for like 30 grand because so much of Willard was there already. Like the Trump Tower, all that tower was already built. They were using it for like a lumber yard. So we just like put some structures up there. The offices, that was already built. And then the Kremlin area, like a bunch of walls were already there. So I think I would say 40% of the field was built versus Clarksburg. It was literally an empty room of 70,000 square feet, like just nothing, not a single wall. So we just mass amounts of lumber were required to fill it.
And man, does it look, it looks really good. When you're going through, there's so many cool ways to go through. Yeah, let's go to like one of the first clips that I have here. Let's see. First game, part 1. All right. That is only really one section of the field, and it goes, there's like an entire another section that's all the way behind me, plus it goes all the way down to the far wall, and I'm on one side of the castle, which, I mean, I'll also give you credit, Gabe, that every time you build a structure, it's like you design it for fat asses like me to make sure we can get up and down the stairs and make it through the area. Like Wiener would fit through.
Made it
No problem.
sized
Not as
airsoft
bad
for
as you
wide doors.
I had to talk Caleb. Caleb wants like every door to be a jump window. And I'm like, dude, some people cannot go through a jump window. I'm like, just put some doors there.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he wants jump windows everywhere.
There's old people and large people.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's also insurance
there's
claim, no insurance claim. You
That
know? Now, when I went there, the people that were there were all really, really cool. I didn't have really any issue except for like 2 times. One is a dollar theater moment. The other one was a guy's just like, "Yo, I hit you, bro." I was like, "Man, you didn't hit me." I have that clip, but I really want to show, and let's get the opinion of the 2 knuckleheads down below.
Oh, here we go. Here's an eye moment.
Is this or is this not? I'm owed $1.
Got one. One. Hey, one.
I got you, bro.
Yo, I got you right in your chest. I shot you right in your plate carrier.
Right here.
I shot you right in your plate carrier. Right? I shot you in the stomach. How much you want to bet $1? I bet.
Want to bet $1?
$1. $1. That's what.
Is that a girl, by the way?
Yeah.
That was a girl. She was so adamant that I didn't shoot her, and she walked away with like a huff and everything else. It's like, look,
She did take it eventually.
She did take
Okay.
it. She did walk back, and I'm just like, all right, well, whatever, you know.
Elid.
There's your wing.
One of the things that I will say is that you have a couple of rules that I would love to see more fields adopt. One, if you team kill somebody, the person that shot you does the run back, right? The person that did the team kill him takes the hit. Because there was a point where I shot you because I didn't know you were in that one room. I was like, I'll take it, damn it. And I went running back because
Nobody does that in Florida. They don't do that.
You're the only field of all the fields I've been to
Oh, really?
where the team killers,
There's the wiener.
So it's our rule is somebody has to take it. So
Gator.
it doesn't matter who takes it, but one of the two people has to go back. That's our actual
But
rule.
one of the great things is though, almost everybody that's there says they'll take the hit and they'll run back,
Usually.
right?
'Cause they feel bad.
They feel bad. Like I would too. And I think it's a great rule, because what it also does, it gets people to start watching their targets and everything else. Because nothing sucks more than running around on a nice, great big spree when you're behind enemy lines, eliminating a whole bunch of people, and then all of a sudden you shoot one of your teammates, and he's like, "Fine, I'll take the hit and go back." And it's like not even questioned. It's like I'll go back. I'll go back. Don't worry. I was like, "Oh, all right, cool. I'll stay in the fight." So before I show like the next clip, what is one of the things that you like the most about this field, other than this size?
I like the castle only because it's kind of funny. When I played at EMR Park, I really liked their castle that it had the half walls inside. So you couldn't really sneak around unless you were low. And I kind of copied the idea a little bit, but the castle is definitely my favorite. It's 50 by 80 feet. So it's a big individual structure, and we wanted it to be the focal point of the field. The towers on the sides are obviously facades. When we started building it, everybody's like, "Oh, can I snipe from there?" No, you would be invincible. You'd never die.
How many people can the field hold at one time? Like,
so
all of it. Like, if you played all the little sections,
the most we've had is 104, and it was a random Saturday too, which was crazy. We didn't have an event, but we had
Mr. Walker.
So it was like 52 on 52.
Damn.
And it was comfortable. Like it wasn't like, oh,
still balanced out and played well with that.
I think it feels it like
probably
so the way that they do the games there is they always use the focal point of well, it seems like the games I played, the focal point was the castle, and you had out of bounds sections that were on either side of the castle. And for what was it, like 20 on 20 when I first started there, and it ended up being like 15 or 18 on 18, something like that. It felt really comfortable being inside there. I've played at Miami Airsoft where there was like 30 on 30, and that was just nuts. This one, I think you can even put more people in there and still not feel like you're at capacity, because of how massive the site is.
I think we could go to 120. I think that would be like probably close to the max, which is crazy because there's some outdoor fields I go to and they cap their outdoor events at like 120. And we're
probably because they don't have enough staffing, which
or insurance.
Yeah, insurance. I didn't think about insurance. Yeah.
But you also have something cool where you have a lot of catwalks. Like I saw it at Willard for the first time, like where your catwalks are to connect and over through. I was like, man, you just need to connect all your catwalks together so admins can literally just walk around in the safe zone.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to build that first one longer, but like I said, we just ran out of money. But we can always add on to it. So
yeah, I mean that's some of the great things about working with wood. So I'm going to show. Let's see here. That was the first game, part 1. Here's part 2.
I will say too, the flanks, because you're asking about what's my favorite part. I think the flanks there are ridiculous. Like you can get so far and nobody's over on that side of the field, and you're like, oh my god, there's nobody here. Just the field's so big, it's just easy to flank. It's almost like being at an outdoor field. You could just sneak around and nobody sees you.
Yeah. Like
a lot of indoors are linear. You can only fight straight in a line. You can't really go to the left. You can't go to the right. But.
Yeah, here comes the next clip.
You didn't hit me, man. Oh shit, my bad.
You got me first.
Ooh, that was a nice flank.
That
That
poor
you mentioned
innocent
flanking.
bystander senselessly murdered with his hands up.
Well, he wasn't innocent. He was the enemy. I did shoot him. I mean,
No one's innocent in airsoft.
I was looking this way. I saw the move, and I just went through and just went, whoops.
Poor man sitting there, his hands up. Oh man, awful.
Hey, at least I hit him in the plate carrier, right? There's very few times
No,
where
good call with the other guy going, hey, you hit me first. That was awesome. Good to see.
That's what I like about MK Airsoft fields is that every field I've been to, there's almost always have been the players have been really, really good about the sportsmanship, right? We've gone to plenty of places, plenty of fields where they're like, no, oh, you hit me. And I was like, nah, man,
Well,
at Gabe's fields, you can just take it right. You could take anything to the refs and be like, hey, look, this guy's doing this. And they'll keep an eye on it. If you have video, they'll look at the video. And if they see it's something blatant, they'll address it.
well,
which
that says a lot for the field itself
Mhm.
and the staff and stuff like that, how they're trained and how they take care of everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I think we have a good culture. I mean, we're always working on it too, but it's,
Oh yeah.
I've played at other fields and it's like, whoa, this is crazy. You know, I'm sure. Do you guys see that I think it was that video recently where the guy there was like a fight and then he shot him in the forehead like 100 times. Did you see that?
No.
Ooh.
It was.
Oh,
crazy.
Mark would like to see that.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it. It's like,
So
Let's see. I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it.
I think it's it might be Panda Airsoft or somebody they're affiliated with. They're a Speedsoft team anyway, but.
So Speedsofters do seem to generate a certain amount of hate
What's up, Donna?
wherever they go, and it's it's kind of funny, some of that toxic stuff. I mean, one of the things that I saw that happened at one thing was the one Speedsofter that thought it was going to be funny to go through and like start mowing down kids as he's being shot up, and then you just see this big burly dude just come up and just
What's going on?
just like he's bigger than me, just body checked him right into the wall, and he just crumpled. And it's like he goes, "Oh, I didn't see you there," and then walked away. It's one of Panda's kids. Okay, so
Who said that?
that Tyler did.
Oh,
It's one of his kids. So I don't know. My particular thought behind it is, if you guys are going out there to play airsoft, go out there and play airsoft. Have fun. Don't go out there to be,
so
what's the rule number one? Don't be a dick, right?
yeah, don't be a dick.
Don't be dick.
All right. Got a couple more clips here, so we have 3 more total.
Good hit.
He had a sword.
that guy was funny because that guy, I felt so bad because he had always run into me, and he was so close. And
Almost got it.
that other kid that kept taking me out, that was the first game. It was the first recorded game.
Tyler.
It was actually the second game, but he kept saying that one thing. I don't know how the hell he knew I was coming.
He
But
got you.
He got me. He
Oh,
was
wow.
he was in the same spot, and I was like, I came back the third time, and I was like, you're my bitch. But you made a great point about there being flanks. So this was the capture the flag game that you and I were playing in,
Mhm.
and
We
there was
almost
definitely
lost. We won, but it was close.
yeah. Well, one of the things that the only downside I would say is that sometimes spawns are not clearly marked or delineated.
Well, you're-
So like if you're coming there for the first time,
Yeah, you're
you don't know.
Good hit. Good hit. Well, the target's right there. Spawn's back. Thank you.
Oh,
He
that's
got
one.
there.
When he got
That's the
shot.
one that I flipped with 10 seconds left. I actually broke.
So that one, that guy that I realized when I was watching the clips, that guy in that black leather jacket did not go back to respawn.
Oh, he did?
stood there. No, he was still standing there.
He didn't shoot at you though. Like his hand was already up. That was weird.
Yeah, no, he's got. I mean, I can go back to the second, but he did have his gun back up again. That's why I shot him again. I was like, all right, but
Did
hey,
he
what's
not
up?
feel it or?
I don't know. And look, I know he felt it because I think I hit him low by accident because you saw him like go like down and forward. But
Maybe he thought it was a team player because you were behind him.
you're like, what's going on? You did. And this is the last portion of. Wait, I already did that.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Yeah.
He's still learning how to use
That's
the
it.
restream.
That's why I stopped it. I could have just let it go and just be like, look at my brilliance. But no, I didn't. I just said,
We all know how brilliant you are. You tell
yeah,
us all the
that's right.
time.
That's right. Bask in my glow and learn.
Wow.
So I'm trying to think of like what is like your what is like one of your key things that you do running a field? Like you have 4 locations across what is it, 600-700 miles now
Yeah.
apart. What is like one of your key focuses when you for each field? Like what do you look at as like your first key safety feature that you look for?
I mean, masks is always a big one. We actually every single field we have a wall of shame, and it's all Amazon masks, and there's holes in them. So we always pull them off people and say, hey, let me see this, and we'll test it, shoot it. It goes right through, and we're like, yeah, we're keeping this now. Like it's going on the wall.
This is ours now.
Has anybody ever fought you on that? Taking the mask for the
No.
wall of shame?
I don't care. There's a hole in it.
They're like, oh gee, thanks for saving my eyes.
And I tell people all the time, like, dude, we're literally saving your eyeballs. Like we don't want you to wear this mask, not because we want you to buy one. Like I could care less if you buy one for me, but if a BB goes through it, that's not really airsoft rated, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think safety is probably our biggest one, obviously. And then just making sure that people are having fun. So I'm like one of the only fields I know that we kick out people that are just being a dick. You know, so many fields are just like, oh, well, they buy a lot of shit. I'm like, dude, I don't care if you spend $2,000. If you overshoot and you're an asshole, like there's a door.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Because and I think that's what breeds that positive airsoft community at every single field. I've ran into very few dicks at any of your fields. Now I have
We
frustrated
have a long ban list.
I have frustrated
Yeah.
a few of your players at Medina for sure, and a couple even at Willard. Like I had that one group of 3 guys that chased me all over Willard for like 3 straight games, trying to just eliminate me because they just couldn't get me. Because I'm not like I have the same mentality when I'm in a technical, move or die. Right?
Yeah.
If you stay still, somebody's gonna flank you. I'd rather die on the run than have somebody come up behind me and go, "Where they at? Where they at? You dead." So I mean, safety in your mentality is for the players is absolutely fantastic. So right now, like, what is still your favorite MK Airsoft field?
It's still Willard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is crazy because, you know, Clarksburg is so big and it's so new. I just, even with I don't want to say all the money in the world, but even with a ridiculous amount of money, I don't think I could ever replicate Willard. Just the way in which it's set up, the staircases that go to the office, like the real carpeted rooms. It has doors, the hallway. You know, Trump Tower is crazy. Like I don't know if you played up there. It's like a mini city on a second.
Wait, you played up in Trump Tower, Mark? You didn't like legs go wobbly, whatever, and fall down the stairs or something?
Well, I was going to mention that it never fails. Whenever I go to one of Gabe's fields, it's a prerequisite that I miss the top step running up the stairs, and I bashed my shin or my knee into the thing. I did it at Willard, I did it at Medina, and of course at Clarksburg. First game I go to play, I go running up the side to go take out the top. A kid throws. He just has a melee weapon, so I threw a mag at him. He thought it was a grenade. I went to go run up and do my thing, and I missed the top step, slipped off of it, and I went down. He still came around. I shot him and his partner, and I was like,
You know what?
"Still got your asses."
I know what it is because you always play at Miami, and there's not that many stairs there. You don't
There
have a lot
is
of
no
experience with stairs.
No, we
Gabe-
do. We have.
Well, that's
we
true. You
have
guys have the
Because
little
there's
tower.
ramps. There's ramps
Gabe,
for him to go.
can you like go and make all your first steps to your staircases like fluorescent orange and
We have
put in
grip
big,
tape. Like we
in
have
big
grip
bold
tape on
letter and go mark.
It was one of
step
those
here.
things where I missed it, and it happens at every single one of his fields at least once. Where I end up bashing my shin or bashing my knee, and it was just funny because I still went up there, I still played, still did what I needed to. I didn't puss out.
You
Played
didn't
the
do
rest.
the Peter Griffin thing and just sit there and go.
No, that adrenaline was pumping because we had just pushed into the castle because we were playing. I think it was I don't know what's
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. We were doing King of the Hill. So the cool thing also about an MK Airsoft field is that they have all the games that they're going to be running listed, and they run through all of them. You don't play the same game mode twice.
Nope.
So while you're there, you're getting a wide variety of gameplay in the
So-
time they have open.
Yeah, we get that's like a very, very small complaint, but sometimes people are like, oh, I wish we could switch sides and run the same game. So I've been to fields that do every single game as a swap, and you only get through like 4 games a day versus like obviously we don't swap sides for any of our games, but we get through 12. On a regular Saturday, we're gonna run 12 games. And it's like that's a lot of games.
That was
And we don't do a
And-
lunch break. A lot of fields do lunch breaks, and we do not. So you can leave. We keep running games. You come back, the games are still going.
And the funny thing is, like, most of the players don't switch sides unless you guys switch them for balancing issues.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
That's-
usually you get to play opposite spawns every other game. We're very
Yeah.
good about. I don't know. Do other fields do that? I'm assuming so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you play
almost
this side,
every
you play
field-
that side.
Yeah, they always do that. They always do the swap sides.
Okay.
One, it was really funny because there was a guy at Palm Beach Airsoft and also at Miami Airsoft that was notorious for each round. He wanted to only be on one side of the field. He never wanted to be on the other side. So
That's
each
weird.
time, like he would get taped up. At the end of that thing, he's ripping the tape off. Next one, I told him he's wearing a helmet too. I was like, dude, you got these little tabs. Why don't you just stick your things in and take them out instead of just ripping the tabs off each time?
I like
But
playing
it's funny.
opposite sides because you can get footage from both sides of the field. You know.
Yeah. Donna's asking, "Where's your Mando?"
It's not. It's on my dresser in my room, in the house. I haven't
It's
brought
something
it
he
out
always
yet.
looks at. Should I buy a SEMA RPK before the tariffs?
Little late on there.
Yeah,
Tariffs already
I know.
started.
You might as well get it now because, well, thank you. Just put it right there. While the tariffs might have started, there's stuff in the states that haven't been hit with tariffs yet.
True. Yeah.
It's already stateside. So I would definitely say if you're looking to buy your airsoft replicas and all that, now's the time to buy because prices ain't going to go down anytime soon. They're only going to go up.
I wonder how much Evite keeps on hand. Like
They have now 3
a month's
warehouses.
supply, 6 months supply, like where they would run out. I'm just curious, like how much
So
is stateside?
their buying power has to be enormous. You know, that's why when they do the mystery crates,
Mhm.
all the stuff that they're getting rid of is stuff they hadn't sold, and then they put in a couple of high-end stuff at the very end. So when you're looking at their mystery crates, mystery boxes, that's where like you can look at it. It's like, oh yeah, that's why those Terran Tactical high kappas, they had them in multiples because they couldn't sell them. And it wasn't on their fault. It was just because the gun wasn't that great. But they bought a whole bunch of them, and then they went through to try to get rid of them, and they couldn't. So
Hey,
Randy?
listen, you got your money. Quit your whining.
so so they must be buying. I mean, I'm sure that if there's a run of a particular replica that they're coming out with, they buy a large portion of the U.S. stock at once. because it's cheaper to do containers that way.
Yeah.
Because then you're just paying for the container and some of the weight. You fill up entire containers and everything else, and then if you do,
Do you know the story? What happened with Specna?
No.
So
I heard.
I know the whole story, like verbatim. So what happened? They were with Evike, and they're like, we want to offer better margins. We're going to go direct to indoor fields, direct to outdoor fields, sell direct, and so it worked as far as we were getting a better deal, but it only lasted 1 year because they went from ordering Specna they delivered 10 containers a year to Evike of Specna arms. And then when they switched over to doing it themselves and just going individually, they bought a whole warehouse. Well, I'm sure they rented it. They probably didn't buy it stateside. And they dropped down to 3 containers in that first year they did it. And they were like, this is stupid. We're doing all the work. And Evike was ordering 10 containers from us. And we didn't do anything. So that's why it only lasted 1 year. They also just took on more than they could chew. They had one guy that was trying to handle the entire U.S. market. And I had to stop ordering after about a month because they were running my credit cards like 2 weeks after the order was placed. And I was like, guys, like, you're a $1 jillion company. If I place an order, I need my credit card to process the same day. I can't run my company when I have orders that are pending for 2 weeks. It's too difficult. We ended up leaving them. Now we order them again because they're back on Evike because it's just easier to get them.
What is the number one for Clarksburg? What's the number one replica that gets bought there?
It's the Daniel Defense SEMA Daniel Defense MK18. Yeah, Riz 3. Yeah.
Of course, I've been talking to most. Beowulf, do you have any questions?
No, I was asking mine as we were going.
What about
you don't pay
Wiener?
attention to everybody else. I mean,
Sorry, I'm busy working on tactics right now.
How about you not do that while you're in the middle of a stream? How about you?
Hey,
focus on a
it's
conversation?
your stream, sir, and I'm listening to what's going
And
on
you're
in the
a
stream.
guest on the stream.
So-
So what questions do you have for Mr. Schuster here?
He's like, what
You have a
about
name
this
picked out for the baby yet?
Yeah, Leanne.
Leanne, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Leanne Schuster.
Nice.
I wanted a boy, but whatever.
That's your fault, by the way.
I've heard. Her mom was like, really? And I'm like, hey, look, I tried. I don't know what you want me to do.
yeah.
She has 4 daughters. She's like, she wanted a grandson. Like, I did my best.
Yeah, 2 girls down, and I was like, nope, I'm getting the bullets out of the gun. It's too much extra in my household.
It's funny. My radio station was talking about that today. The horror stories. Oh, the horrors.
Oh, really?
of the snip and the smoke coming up.
Oh, jeez.
Why does it smell like roasted
Mine was
chestnuts
fine,
in
except
here?
for the fact that I completely felt the right one when they cut it. But
Yeah.
but
Are
it was
you going
free.
to that,
So,
the VFA
that
game?
was
What's that?
Are any of you guys going to the VFA game? Down
No, it's the same weekend.
The same weekend as mine. He
Yeah.
called me. No, all the respect for the VFA and the redacted event. It's going to be awesome. But he did call me when he had to pick that date.
I
So-
wanted to go, and then I threw it to my team, and they were like, "Yeah, it's 15 hours away. We're not going." I'm like,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
"But that
Bit of a drag.
would be the farthest we've driven before that is only 11 hours, and that was like it was rough. Like it's just for an airsoft game, like I mean that's just because you still have to get back to work on Monday, and it's like then you end up taking 4 days.
That's
off.
why flying is always a good thing. And you got a person like Mark who likes to drive everywhere. So that works
Wait.
out good.
I don't like to. I just do it. There is a difference.
Oh, come on. You said you love driving everywhere. You'd rather see me on the ground than falling out of the sky in an airplane.
Stupid.
Hey, I think Miami.
Yeah, I think Miami took care of that for everybody.
What did
I'm
Miami?
sure.
Hey, what did
Another
Miami
special
charge?
room just for
100
that.
grand? Yeah, I'll do it. For
I don't
120
know
grand.
for offhand.
We don't know
and
exactly, but yeah.
I look. I would imagine the money was up there, especially to do it. And like talking with Danny, he's like, "Will you do it again?" And he goes, "No,
No.
nah." He goes, "Too much." He goes, "Too much backlash." I mean, Miami also.
Going through with the black light, like, God, it's on the ceiling.
Oh, anyways,
That's a high ceiling in there in Miami. It's like a 20-foot ceiling.
how did this happen?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Everything just flashed on my screen. So they had
Flash porn. You never know.
you know, God damn.
Yes,
Did it again.
I broke Mark.
Miami
That's right.
Airsoft is such a recognizable field, right?
It
Like,
was.
they could have
Even
done
I've
it
never been there and recognized it.
if they would have done it like maybe PBA. It's not nearly as recognized or as known. It would have been better, right? It would not saying great, but it would have been
There still would
better.
have been somebody who went.
Oh, I'm sure, but it would have been harder to find.
recognize
especially
that
'cause it's
bunker.
So used, but if they just would have stayed inside the houses, that could have been any airsoft field. It's like, hey, that might be. I think it is. I don't know. Like Gabe, for some of his rooms, are just like some other indoor fields I've been to because of how they're made. No offense against Gabe. I mean, when you look at the totality of the entire field, completely different, right? But if you're in small areas, it'll look the same on camera. Not Miami Airsoft. It is so recognizable for across so far. Oh, geez. So what's next? Are you stopping at 4 now, or
You know, it's so funny. Somebody was asking me. They're like, dude, you should really franchise. So I was really fascinated by some numbers I saw today. So, like, do you know Starbucks only does like 500,000 a year? Like their average Starbucks. I was like, that's so low, and there's millions of them. So it's like the bar to entry for what people will pay to franchise is lower than what I thought it would be. Because I was like, I thought nobody would pay to franchise a business unless it's doing $1 million a year. But Subways do 440,000, and people buy into those all the time. There's a Subway every 10 feet, you know. So I don't know. I think about it sometimes, but I did research it. It's actually like it's $200,000 to start a franchise in paperwork, like in fees. Literally, it's 200 grand. So I was like, it'll be a long way away. I always think about doing an outdoor field, honestly, because have you ever been to Ballahack? I've never been there.
yes,
but
I've been to Ballahack. Been there.
that guy's
couple
like
times.
an inspiration to me because I'm like, man, if I could open a field like that in
He
Ohio,
is
I feel like I
redoing
could-
his entire field now too. I mean,
I saw that video. I mean, that was an
He's
intense
got-
video. He's
That's
so
pretty
good.
good video.
at
Yep.
He's,
well, I mean, when you think about it, you know, I think he had at the last Rev, it was either 1,100 or 1,500 people there that had paid $200 a pop at least for Rev tickets, right?
crazy.
So when you think about that, you know, you just made 200 and you know,
So what's his secret
250,000?
sauce? Like, how does he?
Well, that response
why do
time.
people-
So he had a channel first. His mother owned the property. They allowed him to, so he built out a field there, and he puts a lot of money back into the production of the events, and it's a property that he owns. So his structures there are also really good. The way they have the city laid out is also pretty awesome. I mean, they have a 3-story structure that you go up.
I
And
like
Rev-
to use the Connex trailers for structures too.
Yeah, and you know, really it boils down to is he's reinvesting into his field, which almost everybody should do. Like if you have a field, you should be trying to reinvest into it. I give it credit for Miami Airsoft because the way that field's set up, it doesn't need to move all that much. Occasionally, you have to repair some panels of plywood, you know, because it gets just chewed up because players make their own new holes. I was
What's
going.
that?
Not
going on
shut up,
9?
stupid. So I noticed it when I was like going through video that I was setting up for YouTube. That cool, you can actually see where I was blasting off the drywall, shooting a player that wasn't calling his hit. You see these puffs of smoke, and it's like or puffs of drywall dust that looks like smoke. It was really a cool effect.
I
But it
can't
gets
believe
chewed up.
Stupid passed up the whole thing with the hole in the walls.
Yeah, players shooting up.
How
new
long
holes.
has Ballahack been open? Do you know?
Probably 7, 8 years. Well, at least 10 years, 12 years,
10
because
years.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's double digits for sure.
yeah, because it's Rev. I think the last one was Rev 12. So yeah,
I think about it all the time though. I'm like, dude, I feel like so many people fall short when opening an outdoor field. Not that they're terrible, but I feel like it'd be so easy. Not easy, but if you had a little bit of money to open something like Ballahack,
Well,
And
the
you
way
need
that
construction. You need construction experience. Like you can't
Yeah,
just throw
like
up a 2-story. It's going to fall over. You have to actually know how to build it and support it correctly outside.
sort of like what you guys do at the things that you build, right? So if you were to open it up, make it a Call of Duty theme, like make it a Nuketown. I know there's a Nuketown already out there, but I mean,
People love outdoor though too. Like some people will only play exclusively outdoor.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't matter if there's 10 indoor fields, they just won't go. So I always feel like I'm missing a little bit of market by not owning an outdoor field. So
But here's the thing, though: when you have outdoor field, you have to deal with the one contention that you can never really fix
control
or
the weather.
control weather, right?
Yeah.
And you have this white shit that falls from the sky and gets like
It
feet
snows
deep.
in Virginia, where Ballahack is.
It doesn't snow down where I live.
Yeah.
How
How
have iguanas fall out of the sky?
how
Yeah,
wet is it there? Like because obviously it's called Swamp Sniper. Is it like a swamp there?
So
Like how bad
both events I went there, it really wasn't bad. There was a couple. They mark off the areas where you can't go into.
Okay.
And it was December, so December is a dry season. So I mean, because that's when they do it. They do it. Usually it's my birthday weekend.
Dry season.
Yeah, it's for Virginia. That's usually like a less precipitation season.
Oh,
So
I see. Yeah.
yeah, so it's drier. There's not nearly as much rain coming down or snow.
Most of the
rain.
videos that I've seen of it looks like whatever little wetland is there is like off by the pond or whatever. I think.
There's a lot that surround the area. So there is quite a bit of wetland that's there.
2005.
2005, yeah,
Yeah.
20 years.
20. Okay, no wonder he's got a following. Yeah, I've only been open for 4 years.
Well, he built his entire channel based off of positivity as a sniper, which is kind of hard, right? Because the only other person that does it good too is House of Cards, because that dude tries not to hang for faces or anything else. He's also Canadian, so of course they got to be nicer.
You're not going to name Novarich?
Navrich does some shit, and I really hate how he takes an existing airsoft gun, downgrades it, and then sells it for an upgraded price because his name's on it. So
But he does offer you that you can get it upgraded.
yeah. Back to where it was before you bought the gun.
You think
Before
Mark
you
could get a
got it,
Joker
man.
gun going?
What's also interesting, Ballahack doesn't really do any like standardized milsims. Isn't like everything like role playing zombies? Like every time I look at his events, there's no like green versus tan. Because I'm like,
No,
I'd
some
actually
of us
like
have
to
a-
go, but I'm
They
very
just have a regular game day at that point. You just go there for a regular game day.
yeah. But I'm not gonna drive 8 hours for an open play.
No, but I mean,
They have events.
like I put it this way, right? When it comes down to going to the fields to experience them,
Mhm.
I don't mind driving, right? So I think when I go to Doomsday Airsoft, Paintball and Airsoft on Saturday, I'm stopping down at Southern Tactical Airsoft Games and playing there Sunday. I just got to make sure they're going to be open Sunday because they won't be open Sunday. It is Easter.
Yeah, we're actually closed this Sunday, all my fields. Easter Sunday.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I just
you
realized
you
just
that.
can be
remember
part of the retail blackout that everybody's making sound like it's to fight back.
No, we've tried to open on Easter a couple times. We just never made any money, so we're like, yeah, we're closing.
I mean,
Nothing wrong with
I
that at
really
all.
appreciate when businesses take the time to give their employees some time off.
I agree with that
during the
100%.
holidays, so that way your staff can be with their families.
Yeah.
Right. I used to hate that when I worked retail. My boss is like, "Oh yeah, well you got to be here Christmas Eve and Christmas Day," and I was like, "That ain't happening." It's like, but you're reliable. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to be here.
I'm not
I
that
have
kind of
kids.
reliable.
I was like, I got kids. I got things I want to do. I don't want to be here for that. And nothing beats the Black Friday that happened at KB Toys.
I heard that story.
Man, that was a nightmare and a half. And I mean, I didn't work at KB after that, but just that was like another thing I learned is not working Black Friday ever again. But of course, Black Friday now is not the same as back then.
Totally different.
Okay, Gert.
Yeah. So it's Pasha for you. I hope I'm saying it right.
Yes.
Gert.
Pasha.
Pasha. Okay, I was saying it right. Cool. I'm the product of the Broward County school system. I can't pronounce shit.
We know that.
But the point is, you care about your employees. You give your employees the time to be with their families on especially family holidays, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Christmas
look,
Eve, Christmas Day, we're closed.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving
the
closed.
stuff when everybody's supposed to be together. The 4th of July, I don't even know what day that's on this year.
It's usually like a weird day, like a Thursday. I feel like.
Why do I always have to go to this side of my screen?
Okay, dumbass. Let's see here.
No, it's a Friday this year.
Oh, nice.
What's a Friday?
4th of July.
4th of July.
Where are we gonna be?
I don't know yet. I think the following week we're planning on going to Denmark. We have to discuss that tonight.
Yeah, we still. Yep. We're
Um,
cutting into my FBI night. Hurry up. It's 8:10. now.
whatever you can TiVo stream, watch it later. God damn you, old man! Such a pain in the ass. Anyways, we were going to start wrapping this up. So, do you guys have any other questions you'd like to ask Gabe? Since we got him here. Oh yeah, I got one for you. You coming on the next fucking cruise, prick?
Ow.
Yeah, next year. Next year. I
Yeah,
should
next
be
year.
able-
Ow.
Did I miss a good one? How was it?
Yes,
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I actually had a woman there with me.
He did.
Heyo.
Yep.
The Canadian girlfriend was real.
Wasn't imaginary.
It wasn't. No,
And
Or
she didn't have
inflatable.
and she didn't have a blow up valve either.
no, she did not. It really was a good time. We had a blast.
Had a
It
good
was
time. Had a great
smaller.
time.
The group was mostly together.
Came back with some entertaining booze. That
Oh, yeah, you did.
The big black. "Grr." That stuff was delicious.
was good.
It really was
It
delicious.
was actually, yeah, it was reminding me of Jägermeister.
This one, he drinks it and then he's all like, "Ugh, wait, maybe it does taste good."
Yeah, that's it. It just, I don't know.
Had to marinate on it for a second.
Yeah, that's right. One of the better ones.
He had to think about whether or not he liked it. Which
I
was
know,
pretty
because I
funny.
gulped it down pretty good. Like, okay. But anyways, I digress.
So, hopefully we'll see it. I mean, the tickets are live for Pew Pew at C4. We're going out in April this year, so it's a little bit later on in the season. Next, for 2027, we have been requested to push it back to May. So
You
that
guys
way,
gonna make
out to
a-
May.
push
You
it out to May.
May?
Yeah, push it
You're
out
gonna
to
make
May.
a trifecta of my fields. When are you doing that?
That's another
that
thing I would love to talk about to these guys about. We have a pretty busy schedule, and it's not me that's the problem. It's his mother down there that's the problem.
And me too.
And him too. Yeah, it's like, well, you're every other weekend, right?
Yes. So I can at least plan that. Unlike, how I got screwed out of.
We need a calendar emailed to us for your work weekend, sir.
Yeah, I know, right?
We get a new one.
So we'll definitely plan that out, and we'll probably turn it into an entire thing because I think
Need to
the
send one of those to TCA too, so they can put
And
more on
if
my
things
off
go well,
weekend.
I'll be retiring soon.
The plan, Gabe, by the way, is for if the three of us do go and do the trifecta, we're gonna buy 3 guns from your 3 guns and give 1 away at each field.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So then when we're going through and playing, we just hand off. So that way we don't have to bring a whole bunch of stuff with us. Just our thing. So I'll still probably go back there and like, Gabe, give me something to play with.
Oh, I just built. I don't build them. I just built an ARP9 2.0, like $600 in parts. It's DSG, like the works. Your gun inspired me a little bit. So I'll have, but I never had an AG as a backup. So I was like, if I go somewhere that doesn't allow HPA, I want to have a nice AEG.
That's why I had mine built. That's why I have 2 DSGs.
So I got brushless motor, like everything's getting gutted out, but I like how the ARP the 2.0s look. Those were my favorite ones they made.
Not the folding stock one.
No, I don't like
No,
I don't like the 3s, and I don't like the first ones. I like the second one they made.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think
it's
you're talking
longer.
about. Hold on. It's not like I don't have an entire wall of guns right here. You're talking
Pew
about.
pews,
Yeah. Well,
make pew replicas.
you're talking about this one, right?
No, that's a 1.0. The 2.0 is longer.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not
I'll
talking
beat
about
stupid to it.
PCC9? Is it the tube? Is it still the tube stock? Tube stock? Yeah.
Yeah,
Tube
it's
stock. Oh, wait a second. You know what? because I have the ARP 556 2.0. That's right. What is
This
that
one.
gun?
Can you see it?
Oh, that looks good.
Mark,
Joker, look at the
Oh.
screen.
I'm coming back. I was.
The RP9.
it's that one.
Yeah.
That's longer. See the front?
Oh yeah.
That's the one I'm pimping out.
Nice.
It's
That's good.
pretty.
So. But
It
yeah,
is
just
pretty.
also I'm putting it right at 1 joule and 24 RPS. So anywhere that allows SMGs, usually it has to be at 1 joule. So I'm gonna have it as an SMG, just in case.
I have the 2.0 and a 556.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, it's a 2.0 9mm. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I
Version.
want them to bring that to PCC 9s. That's what my Joker gun is based off of. Even
They're
though it's got a much.
discontinued though, right?
They are. They only made 1,000.
Yeah.
And I have 4 of them.
Jeez.
All right, everybody. Well, one thing I do want to announce at the very end of the stream is like on YouTube right now, we evidently had a video going viral.
You
it
show
is
that
at-
video?
you want me to show it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Show it real quick.
Okay. Damn it. Get it prepped. So we have a video going viral. It has over 8 million views so far. I think it's close to 9 million views, which is actually fantastic. But the thing that really caught my attention was that we jumped up almost 3,000 followers in the span of a few days. So,
Nice.
On TikTok, I'm assuming.
No, YouTube.
You have 8 million views on YouTube.
8.895.
Wow. Is it short? I'm assuming.
It is a short. It is a short.
That's
I
so
mean,
weird.
I think it's been hijacked by the Chinese.
there it is right there.
Holy cow!
That's got to be a
21
mistake.
No, it's 2,100 comments, 250,000 likes.
That's nuts.
And because of it, we're getting a lot of traction on a lot of our other videos above.
You were making more than pennies this month?
Yes, I'm making more than pennies this month. This is the video, though.
All right.
Roll
Might
the
go into a
clean
quarter.
footage.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Wait. The hell? Don't know why I did that.
I know why it's getting all the views. It's because of Danny's ear.
Where was this at?
This is at a Black Tiger Airsoft before they moved at DV8.
Ooh.
People like seeing pain like that.
yeah. And you're getting all the pimple popper people with that stuff too.
No, well, no. The funny thing was, like, some of the comments are just gold. Here, let me move it back over here. Crap. Oh, you see that? Stop sharing.
Dang, look at all those windows open.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
Amazon.
well,
I mean, your computer might
Yeah.
run faster if you close
yeah. I was arguing with Amazon and with Capital One earlier today. So, let's see here. I want to read some of these comments because the comments are just gold. Like, some of them were just funny as hell. Let's see. To give the guy
2,000
credit, he's
comments.
laughing. He didn't even flinch. Pretty tough dude. There's a lot of people that say stuff along the lines of, win stupid games, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. It's gonna hurt really bad. Doesn't flinch at all. He was way more concerned about catching the thing than his face hurting.
Hey, I got one. Does this hurt the BB?
Is the BB okay?
Can I reuse this?
Can I reuse it?
How high you want your pain tolerance to be? Yup. That's a good one. So period, I have to go through and I have to like click the buttons and all that to make sure I like and all that. But because of that, and we want to try to get to 100,000 subscribers or followers on YouTube. Because of this, we're actually going to be putting up a video that we're going to start doing giveaways when we hit certain thresholds of when we get up there, like the next one's going to be at 70,000 or 65,000, 70, 75,000, 80. And we're going to be giving away some of the stuff that we have up here. So keep an eye out because that video probably will be dropping on Thursday. talking about some of the stuff that we're going to be giving away. And the only thing you have to do is just simply be a subscriber and comment on the video. So, and we'll be really pushing that up to try to get the subscribers up, because I would love to have my silver button hanging right where the Infinity Gauntlet is, because I'll put that bad boy right there. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody from coming on tonight and joining us on this panel. I always love talking to Gabe, especially about his arenas and all that. With that being said,
Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I wanted to ask Gabe if he's going to be going to Muscatatic with.
That's what I forgot to ask.
Yep.
When's that?
July.
Yeah, I think July sometime. Oh, that's right. You may not be able to go. You got a brand new kid. Because I
Well,
want to try to steal your vehicle.
He's going to be a little busy.
We'll send your vehicle with your guys.
Who's
Muscatatic in
hosting
Indiana?
it?
That is a Centurion.
A Centurion.
Nope, it's a Centurion game.
Scott,
Centurion.
that's one stud and one spud.
Copan? Is it Copan?
Bottom.
It's not Copan. Hold on. It was on Third Coast Airsoft, I think. Whoops.
Not Crimea.
How many people
They shared
going?
it.
We're gonna try to get a big group over there. I know.
No,
I
I'm
know
going for
Third
sure.
Coast is going, and I know DEOs. We're trying to work out the plan to go Papa.
Mhm.
We're trying to work out a plan for all of us to go.
So are they doing just the city?
No, I think it's the whole thing.
Oh,
I don't know if it's the
I
whole
saw the
thing.
map. I saw a picture of the map.
dude, because when Lion Claws ran it and they ran just the city, you were there for that, Joker? Dude, that was the best one I ever did there. The place is just too big. Like, just the
Whatever.
city is the coolest part. That's where all the action should be. That's where all the buildings you can actually go
Operation. Here it is. It's July 18th. It's Operation Santa Muerte.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they were just calling Centurion. I thought there was another name.
Well, it's Centurion, but they
Right.
have a name for the game, and I cannot speak
My
Spanish.
brother,
so
how you doing, Scott?
Santa Muerte.
Santa Muerte.
See you in a few weeks.
Let's.
Yeah, I'm not
see.
sure about that one, but
I'm sure that's going to be like narco-related themed.
And I just remember having fun in the collapse structures.
no, it's a cool AO.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best for sure.
Yep. Yeah, some of the Guardians. Now you've been to Guardian Center. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Now, yeah. My first one was last year. That was a great, actually.
So the only downside with the Centurion that I ever see is a lot of times they use heavy role play.
Yeah, that's usually not my cup of tea.
But let's see here. I'm pulling up.
Yeah, I'm going to Guardian Center in December. I'm doing that
Gotcha. Back to TCA. Cool. We'll be there.
one. No, that one was awesome.
Green.
I'm bringing my truck.
We're going
Green.
green.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you
actually,
got to.
no,
Yeah, you got to bring truck. Yeah.
So I have to figure out. I just need to find 3 people that don't want to leave the truck. So the reason we didn't bring it, because I was like blown away that you have to pay 3 full price tickets, and those 3 people can't leave the truck. So I just need to find like some dedicated people that like want to go but are not on my team, so they can just drive us around.
Got anybody old and crippled?
Yeah, I'm gonna find some people.
Thanks.
Yeah,
But that's why
well, don't
didn't
let
bring it
Wiener do
last
it because he'll shoot out your mirrors.
No, I won't. His is
Yeah.
actually not a turd. You know, when you're driving it doesn't look like a turd. So
Damn.
He keeps talking shit about the truck, but
he says
the
shoot out
amount
the
of
mirror,
stuff-
but I replaced it right away. I literally
did
ordered it
replace it
before we
right
got to the respawn. I had it already ordered and shipped to his house.
He did. He ordered a new one. He's like,
You might as
And
well
he was
just go ahead
pissed
and
about it.
pre-order.
But it wasn't
one
my fault. He
for
got shot out. Spanky up here doesn't know how to stay at a pot.
no, I told you bump, and then we hit the bump because we were trying to take the objective, and we were going off roading,
This
and
is the
your ass doesn't
ugliest
get
married
up there,
couple I've
so-
ever met.
I know. It's great when I say when we're at a restaurant or we go to like Bucky's. I say, don't mind my husband. He's just having a tissy today, and he gets so freaked out about it.
Who won last year? Do you know? At GTI or Guardian Center? Was it
Western.
Green?
Green
Green.
did.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did win. Okay. We played. And I,
put
was
in
like, I
work.
can't remember if we won or not. I was on Green.
Yeah, we put in work, but
I never saw an objective either day. I didn't see one objective. I killed a lot of people. I just
stayed on
never
the
saw
truck
them.
because we were rolling right up and
I
dropping
just couldn't
people
find
off.
them. I don't know.
Yep.
The funny thing is, next week we're actually be doing another technical talk with some of the other technical drivers again, going over that stuff. So, but But yeah, it's at Muscatatuck. It's July 18th through 20th, 2025. So yeah, we really need to figure out when we're going to Denmark.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'll be hauling the gear up for those people down south that don't want to go. But there's not a whole lot of information on the event though. Like if you go to Centurion's site,
Yeah, I did notice that too.
It's lacking.
They got time. They're putting it together like some other events I know.
oh,
That's another thing. Not that I have any money, but if I opened an outdoor field, I'd want one that was so big that you could have like 4-on-4, like technicals, and just get buttloads of gravel and actually have gravel roads, not like mud and shit, but like because even Black Ops is huge, but they still don't have enough gravel for their roads. You know,
Black Ops, is that the one we went to?
In Wisconsin.
What, Wisconsin? Yeah,
like-
Black Ops.
yeah.
Yeah, Black
I
Ops,
like
Wisconsin.
they have
yeah.
a nice field. They have a nice field. I wish
They
they had
do.
more
That was fun.
2-story buildings, so that would be really cool. I don't know why they have all 1-story. They just see it's a construction knowledge thing. People don't know how
Yeah.
to build 2-story buildings.
That's what it is.
That's definitely what it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end this one up here, guys. Any final thoughts from you, Beowulf?
Nope. Hopefully, I'll actually get up there soon to come play at any of those fields.
Yep.
Wiener, any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? NewBreedAirsoft.com. Go get your tickets for Operation Future Wars at
God, you had one job.
Operation Future Wars. Chapter
What was
1.
that? What was that?
Dishonor on
Wars,
you,
chapter
dishonor on you.
1.
Ow.
I
May
muted
2nd
you.
and
That's why
3rd.
when you started talking, I just cut your ass
Oh, you
off. I've
dick.
been waiting to yes,
I was
that's
like,
great.
can you just mute him? I'm like,
Yes, I did. So for real this time, what is it?
I forget now.
You forget what your event is?
New Breed Airsoft.
NewBreedAirsoft.com, Operation Future Force, Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
All right, I
Extreme
won't
Outdoor
be
Battlefield Orlando.
good.
Extreme Outdoor Battlefield Orlando.
Guys,
What'd he say?
check out Future Wars. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be people walking around.
Get your
in
tickets
power
now
armor.
while you can.
Get
250
your
cash.
tickets. And special guest night, Gabe. Do you have anything that you want to finish up the stream with before we close it out?
no, 3 fields in Ohio, 1 in West Virginia. All the tickets can be bought at the same website. It's mkairsoft.com. That's it.
Check out Medina for that. What next weekend, right?
Lock-in.
The
The weekend
next
after. Yeah, it's next weekend because this weekend's Easter. So next
Yeah.
weekend we have the lock-in event, Saturday the 26th, 9 to 3.
All
We're
right,
cooking
with that,
out. We're gonna be grilling
all right.
for everybody.
nice. So with that being said, I'm drunk for players. Players,
Players what? Huh? Players, huh?
with that being said, I'm drunk for players
The
wanted.
porn hub of the world.
With me is the man with all the toys, Gabe
English
Schultzer
is
from
hard.
MK Airsoft. Down below is Justin. If you really piss him off, he'll give you some shiny new bracelets, Beowulf West. And down below, it's not a party until he comes out. Wiener from New Breed Airsoft. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, may your babies
Wiener, do
fly
the
true,
thing.
and your opponents always call your hits. Good night.
Squirrel!